important do you guys? All right, you guys have. You guys have. What do you stop? What I've given you guys is a great study guide. Okay. However, this is actually for not just this half of Unit 2, but also the other one that we're going to do. So today we're going to focus it on the front page. It starts off with your things to do list, things to know, and the top part of the back. Okay. So that's what we have to get through today. And so let's start at the top with the most essential stuff on this unit, which let's start with demand, okay? So we're going to put a little bit of information here. Hey, help me out. And so we're going to talk about what it takes to have real demand, law of demand, and the shifters real quick. And then we're going to have you guys just do a little practice, all right? And so let's walk through the paces here. So first of all, how do I know when I have real demand? There's two parts to it, you guys, right? How do I know when I say to Zach, I'm going to tell you last night when I was trying to get up my hill, four-wheel drive did not go in, and I was sitting there spinning for a long time, and finally decided to. I really want a new car. Do I have real demand for a car yet? What am I missing?
The money.
The money, okay. I have the, but not the ability. Okay, good job. So put that down there real quick, and if you guys know that, more abbreviations the better, okay? You guys ever see that stuff on Facebook that says, hey, you know, everything's backwards and misspelled, but you guys can still do it? So if you have the one an ability to, now what is demand? Is that, that's, it's the one an ability to buy, okay? Now, wants and ability. Spell it out if you want to, but we got to go pretty quickly here. Now, what is the number one influence if you guys are going to buy something? Price. Good job. See, landed it. All right. So price equals the number one influence. That leads us to the law of demand, which is what? And this is the doggy paddle deal, right? Remember with the arrows and stuff, right? Stop it. Drake. Now, in an appropriate manner, why don't you tell me about law of demand, right? So if price is the number one influence, the law of demand states that if price
Is higher, demand is lower.
is he correct? What is he missing? There you go. Can you say it a little bit louder for me?
If price goes up, quantity of demand goes up.
Okay, exactly. So when prices go up, quantity demanded goes down, okay? Now, so you're going to do this and this. Now, the logic says on this one that people are driven. So what's the motivation here? Why is this, Amy? Why is it that we will tend to buy more if the price is higher? Or, I'm sorry, price is lower. So we're going to buy more if the price is lower. What is our motivation? Getting a lot of it or getting the best deal, right? You want to get the most for your money. That's what they were told, right? Okay, so we want to look for the best value for our money. Great. That's more of an individual deal, right? That's why the demand curve looks like what? So here's my little makeshift graph here. Q, 0, Q, okay? Which way does the demand curve go, Shayna? Do you remember? So does it start down or does it start up and go down?
Start up and go down.
Right. Now what was the little queen, just in case, instead of saying dirt, good job, okay. So it's up and left, down to the dirt, and this represents this law, right? That most of us are feeling this. Now, there's some things though, so this is an individual, you're gonna walk into the store and kind of have an idea, you might switch up depending on the price, that's you. Let's talk about the 6 shifters that can affect all demand, right? Nick, remember that? The shifters that we've been working on? If you take a look here, we've got a list of the abbreviations. I, C, T, C, E, S, C, and MS. If you guys, all right. Instead of MS, I want you guys to go ahead and change that one to the number sign and C, because that's more of how I switched it up this time. I think you guys are getting it a little bit better. Okay, so what is I, Mr. Ferris? Do you remember? You as a consumer. Oh, good job. Yep, absolutely. Okay. Minimum wage goes up, right? What happened? When across the board wages increase, what's going to happen to demand?
Demand increases too.
It's going to increase, okay? Now, of course, not for necessarily everything, and this is where we talked about the difference between normal and inferior goods. Zach, do you remember the difference between a normal good and an inferior good?